welcome to Infinitely Lily. My name is Maria, and today I'm going to be delivering an energetic reading for the collective, specifically for those awakening. So, for divine masculine or divine feminine is if that is something you resonate with. Other terms perhaps you resonate with are twin flame, soulmate, starseed. This is for all of you, for the awakening collective, those who can sense energies, so the empaths out there as well, and that experience them regularly on a physical level as well as on an energetic level. So if you've watched the last few readings that I've done this week, this has kind of just been a progressive we're going from the root chakra, and today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. A lot of intense energies coming in the last few days. I was meant to come on here yesterday, but I had to go through my own ego death in the heart chakra and in all of the lower chakras. Actually, there's just such extreme growth going on right now. It's hard to keep up. I need to take a day to rest. I've been so tired generally when I go through these extreme shifts and these shedding, literally like a snake shedding its skin. We shed layers of our ego, these layers of conditioning, as we call the ego, pain and trauma. It is very taxing on the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, all parts of our body. So for me, I'll eat lots of food. I generally follow an organic, lighter diet, but sometimes during these extreme energetic processes, I will have a carb load just to keep the energy in, energy out, because we're shedding so much energy. So if you're feeling like you need to eat like 10 pounds of pasta, there might be a reason for it. And if you're listening to your intuition's telling you, we need this right now, there might be a reason, because you might be a little bit deprived of calories, because calories are energy and we need those to refuel. You might feel extremely exhausted over the last few days. Generally, I'm very in tune. I am blessed to have a lot of time to ground these energies, to meditate with them. So I will feel them instantly. I will be in real time with them. You might have a little bit of lag when it comes conscious to you. So you might feel these energies a little bit later. So you might just be a few days behind me. So sometimes it's great, even if you watch this a few days later, that it might be right when it's meant to be watched for you, or it might be a few years later, because we're always going through these cycles. That's why I say these videos are timeless, because you're constantly moving. All levels of your being are constantly shedding layers, and we're constantly experiencing these energies through different levels of our being. So however conscious it takes you, or however much time it takes you to become conscious of them. I have really started to put a huge correlation between the clearing going on within us and the tarot card deck, as weird as that sounds. I started researching about the history of the tarot and found out that it actually stems back to the Egyptian era. There was a prophecy that the empire was going to be wiped out in some way. So they decided to make very mainstream layman kind of cards so that everyone could remember these sacred symbols from the Egyptian times. And so they made a deck of cards that's now called the tarot deck, and within it holds the wisdom of the Egyptian era and all the symbolism within it. And it's everything else from that time almost is erased. Besides this information, it was preserved because it became common knowledge. So the tarot is a 78 card deck with 21 major arcanas in it, 21 cards that are significant to the major arcana. So that major arcana means the most significant moments of our lives, the more deeper core experiences. And then they have the rest of the cards. So you probably heard of the cups and the pentacles and the wands and the swords. Those are for the more minor, they're called minor arcanas. They are for more surface level experiences. So you will be feeling these energies that the celestial bodies are giving to us, that we're feeling from the celestial bodies and from everything else. And the major arcana are going to show how those are affecting us on a soul level. So how those are shifting our future, quite literally. So how those are clearing out our trauma of abandonment, our trauma of commitment, our trauma of devotion. And, you know, and then the minor arcana are going to show us how those might be manifesting for every single person differently. So we're all going to resonate with the energy readings that I'm going to be giving to you. On some level, you will resonate with them. How they manifest to you will change from person to person because of your free will. You will choose to use these energies however you'd like. It's like giving everyone $100. Everyone's going to use that $100 differently. It still was the same amount of money. Yes, so I just want to say this quickly. I would love to do a whole video of this because I think it's so important and it makes it so easy. I got this new deck. It's I don't have my book. Oh, it's over there. It's called the In-Between Tarot. It's a kind of just a expansion of the regular tarot card deck. The tarot card deck, it has the Fool and it goes through the steps up to the world. So each and every one of our chakras, each and every level of our being is going through this journey from the Fool to the world. Fool to the world. So the Fool goes to the Magician, to the Empress, to the Emperor, to the Hierophant, to the Lovers, to I can't remember all in order, but it goes through every one of those. You know, you've heard of the Devil card and the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the Moon, the Sun. That whole journey can be related to what energies we are experiencing as we shed throughout these chakra centers. It's so powerful information. I don't know, this is something I've just connected together, and it seems I can now predict what is coming. So I realize I'm going through the temperance or the judgment stage in my solar plexus chakra. So now I know next is the sun. I'm coming, or after temperance is the world. So I know I think I'm not 100% have those memorized. So I know that I'm shifting. The next step is going to be really fun. Or maybe you are in the middle of justice, and after justice is death, or other way around, or whatever. So you can maybe anticipate that things might be getting a little harder, or they're going to be getting better because of this knowledge. So that's why I feel like it's so important to get to know this knowledge, and I really feel like sharing it with you. And it's something that has came to me. I am a trance channel. I do a lot of trance channeling, but with energy readings, it is something I have to do consciously because the energies are interpreted so differently depending on how I choose to see them. Instead of me connecting to, I speak with the Pleiadians a lot, Arcturians, Source, angelic realm, archangels. I channel a lot from them. They're going to give me the energy square how they perceive it, but from our point of view, from within this realm, I will perceive the energies differently, and therefore I have to translate them myself based with my intuition. That's what energy reading is, being able to see energy. Actually, energy reading, I believe, is, or how I describe it is telepathy of the emotions. Empathy, really. If you're empathetic, you can feel emotions. That also means you can translate them, so you can feel energy and translate it. So we have been going through these major shifts throughout each chakra center, shedding like a snake, going through the stages of the tarot. The root chakra, I believe, has just went from the final card, the 21st card, back to 0. And the angels just gave me a huge like hallelujah. Like that is so amazing that the root chakra is healed collectively. Like, oh my goodness, can you even think about what that means? That means that we've established and healed to a cellular level, a physical level, to a solid foundation, one based on truth, love, and trust, not one based on lies and deceit and fear, right? That's what we did before because we didn't know. So every single thing was based on something false. Therefore, when something got triggered, everything got triggered. We had to collapse down, fall all the way to the bottom, reestablish from despair and, the bottom, the pits of despair, a real truthful bottom. And just like a pyramid, the chakra system works as a pyramid. The root chakra is the base and it goes up to the crown. Just like the Egyptians love to share pyramids. That's how they harnessed that energy. I do feel them tuning in right now from a different frequency. Wow, big shift there, I felt. So yesterday we talked about the solar plexus chakra. Something I find, our dreams are so important. Our dreams give us information. Lots of times we'll have surface level dreams though. They are just all of the energy in our field be interpreted into a dream. So they're, those are the ones that are really like weird. And we can't really take too much out of what's actually happening in there, but you can take from it the scenarios more so. So like I said, if you have imbalances in your root chakra, you will experiencing fearful dreams, nightmares. Any kind of nightmares indicates an imbalance in your root chakra. Sacral chakra, you'll have dreams of infidelity, cheating. Those are signs you have an extreme imbalance in your sacral chakra. The solar plexus chakra, you will have dreams about food, like gluttony, like overeating, obsession and stuff like that. That's a sign that you have an imbalance in your solar plexus chakra. In the heart chakra, we have dreams of being chased. If you have dreams of being chased in any way or something's chasing you, that's a sign that your heart chakra is imbalanced. Right now, we are just on the cusp of this. This is energy. I am like literally speaking it as it's being given. So it's freaky. I usually don't do this. I usually process it and then give it out. So this is such in real time that it is intensely, it's creating huge shifts within me. That's why I had to take a rest day yesterday, because the energy I'm channeling is so powerful that it does require rest. So we are opening up the heart chakra, and it's causing me to have all of these realizations. I've realized, that we have an angel and devil in our head based on trauma. Both, we associate the higher self to be better than the lower self, and I've noticed, I just realized this today, that they are both chatter. They're both just based off fear, based off of our trauma, based off of our conditionings, our emotional blockages. If you watched my videos before, feelings come and go. That's the natural state of energy. It should just feel and go. Feel and go. Feelings are energy. I feel sad, and then the sadness goes away. I feel happy, and the happiness goes away, and I go, and it keeps going. I don't hold on to things. As soon as I hold on to something, it becomes an emotional blockage. It starts blocking up all of our chakras. And if that sits there long enough and it stays there long enough, it becomes physical. We start to see ailments within those systems. And now I'm seeing we are without those noises. The ego, I know, and I've realized this over the last few years. Before my spiritual awakening, I had a 3D ego. It always told me everything I was doing bad. And then I started getting rid of that. And in the process, I created my spiritual ego. Lots of us do this. It always tells me what I need to do to be good. So now I have this ego that tells me I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. Oh, that's a bad thing to do. And my spiritual ego says, oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. Generally, the 3D ego is about the past. It's going to make you feel bad about the past, or it's going to make you feel like you don't. And then the spiritual ego is about the future, what you should be doing in the future, and then what you have. So if you don't have it, it's imbalanced, or if you have too much of it, it's imbalanced. No and too much. So don't, strong, imbalance, indication of imbalance. I don't like that. Indication there's an imbalance. Is that I don't care. Okay, that means you have an imbalance with the energy of care. I care too much. Okay, that means you have an imbalance with the energy of care. So that's a spiritual ego, 3D ego. Today, I've been toying with the egos lately. I've been really working on telling them, validating them. Okay. I've had this correlation that the egos are almost similar to the inner child. They are this extremely sensitive energy. I've had during an extreme lucid dream, astral projection lucid dream once, that I was fully conscious in the dream, and I met with the divine authentic self, really, as one. And she was a she, the divine feminine part. And in the process, she was showing me the energy of creation, and it was this beautiful jellyfish energy. And inside my solar plexus, this little energy jumped out. And so I knew I was dreaming, right? I knew this was a dream. But when I know it's a dream, I know that it's real, right? I know that I'm connecting and I'm there. I'm more awake there than I am generally feeling here. And this little baby energy went out, and it touched the energy of creation. And the voice said, and it laughed, and it said, don't worry, it can't hurt you, but it will sting. And I woke up, and I felt like I got stung by a jellyfish all over my lower half for an hour or so. So I knew that it was a real experience that had happened. But I seen this energy, and I was like, this is like this little new soul. This is like really like off on a tangent here, but it was like, I was like, I'm here as me, and I'm carrying this new soul with me like a kangaroo. And I really do feel like on some level, this is what's happening. This is probably something I'll learn later, and I'll be so embarrassed that I even said this, but I think this will resonate for some of you right now, as I think it is important to think about that. And this soul, he for me, because he's an Aries, because I'm an Aries, I feel like me here, that I know, my authentic self, is just straight source energy, like we all are. And then we have this little kangaroo in our pouch that is more susceptible to the energies that are given to us here. And some of us might not have that. I feel like that's just how souls get to know Earth. It comes for a ride along with me, and then the next life he might branch off on his own. He's a he. This is probably so weird for some of you, but anyways, this is my ego, and he gets extremely hurt very, very easily. And he likes to tell me, what happened last time, why he got hurt, because he really doesn't want to get hurt anymore. So I really validate him. Like, I know last time that was kind of scary. And this is going to be the fear and the doubt in your head. Don't do that. You got hurt last time you did that. He doesn't love you. You're not good enough. This is just a sweet little, cute little inner child, and he doesn't know any different. And he's just looking for someone to validate his pain. So you validate his pain, just like right now it's important to validate other people's egos. I mean, that's always important. But instead of seeing their anger as something that is defensive or offensive towards you, you simply can see that, oh my gosh, this person is hurting inside. Anger is the response that occurs when we feel sadness inside and we're sick of it. Anger in its true natural form can be a response to something unfair. So bullying, you use anger to straighten out bullying and to assert your energy into the problem. But if you are reacting out of anger towards the feeling of a feeling that hurts inside, that means that you're just sick of feeling hurt, right? And that's when anger, you can see someone who is angry is just covering up their pain. And it's important to realize that they might just need you to be more considerate, more patient, and more compassionate, and feel just a bit more empathy for them. However, those energies have never been in balance truly on this realm. And that is what we're doing here now. That is what's happening here now in real time, in this moment, seriously right now. And during my channeling today, the energies we are waking up right now is the energy of commitment. The whole world has had commitment issues. We, specifically within relationships, now it's 50% divorce rate. We just can't decide what the heck we want, and we're not inserting our will into a commitment, right? And that's just because we're working on all these chakras. So commitment, devotion, empathy, true empathy, and unconditional love are energies that are waking up, because the heart chakra is waking up. So as it wakes up, its true self is shining through. So if you can picture, your angel on your shoulder, literally, she's your spiritual ego. She's telling you all the things you should do to be a better person. Oh, you should, go help the elderly every Tuesday. And then your spiritual ego is telling you, well, Tuesdays is when Orange is the New Black or whatever is on, and I'd really like to watch that. And you just tell them, this is what I did today. I've been validating them. Today I said, be quiet, silence. I just like the voice of God, like you hear it, like, I don't know if it's in a movie or where I'm seeing it, but it's like, silence, and everyone stops, because the power that you feel is so intense that it stops you dead in your tracks. I did that to my egos today. I said, silence. Today, I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. And for the first time in my life, I feel like the curtain of my spiritual ego, and the curtain of my 3D ego got stripped back, and my true, authentic self was shining through, without all this chitter chatter about who's right, who's wrong, what I got to do to be better, what I got to do because I'm bad. All of that they just looked at me and they froze in the fear of God. And we truly are. In our authentic self, we are God. We are just like literally God's finger, right? The energy of source, as I say it, is love, is light. It's white light, and we are the expansion of that in centralized consciousness, right? We are like the finger. And I said, silence! And they silenced, and they're like, I trust her. Oh my God, she's got this. I completely trust her. And I could tell they were like, thank God, because we didn't know what the heck we were doing. And it's transitioning big time, quickly, fast, so fast. Yes. So I'm just going to wrap this up quickly, because we're getting to the half an hour mark here. That try this out, see how it works. If you're a meditator, right now the energies are so ripe to go so deep inside. Meditation really just means relaxing. It's relaxing. The mind is an independent energy. It can wander. It can go anywhere. So you can start by just quieting, relax everything. Don't even think about what you're doing. Just relax your whole body. Slowly your mind will make its way back to here, where it generally governs the brain. But then we can start to relax on a deeper level, and you'll feel the mind, literally. You can see the eyes. When the eyes move a lot, you can tell the mind is really active. You bring your mind back to your third eye, and then eventually you'll move down to your center. When your mind hits your center, that's when you become centered in alignment, and everything works together. that's when you're going to start hearing answers. Meditation brings answers. When you get in that deep state, you're going to start recognizing the energy in your field, and you're going to be able to translate it. Through empathy. Oh, I feel this energy here. What is this energy? And you start translating it, and you're like, oh, this is the energy of self-abandonment. Oh, this is the energy of self-betrayal. Or this is my commitment issues. This is the reason I haven't been able to say to myself, I am going to choose my partner forever. Forever. Through thick and thin, I'm going to choose them. And then you go and you expand that energy, and you go in a little bit, and you're like, oh, this is because of this. This is because of that. And you go through the layers and the layers and layers. And in real time, you're breaking all of these bubbles of emotional energy, and all this suppressed energy starts coming up and being released. I like to visualize myself in a tube of white light, so that the energy can just shoot up and be. I say, spirit team, please help me clear this energy to source, back to source, to be blessed, cleared, and transmuted to love and light. That way I just know no one else is going to have to deal with my energy. And it just feels good, because sometimes you can really feel the toxicity of the energy. Yes. So our heart chakra right now is going through judgment stage. So if you go check out the tarot cards, the tarot deck. Oh, I did bring it. It's right here. The in-between tarot. I swear, Spirit just brought that. So judgment is the last stage before the world. So literally, the heart chakra moves into the world energy. That's a completion stage. That is like so huge that I don't think we can even fathom it. There are some drastic changes happening, and I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too high, because our spiritual ego or whatever, we get attached to the fact that everything's gonna be so good all the time, and then something bad happens, they're like, what did I do wrong, right? First off, don't let your egos tell you that. Don't let your mind get away from you. Bring that back, center it. You're going to hear the answer. There is going to be some struggle, full out, in this process, but it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing process. It's a bit uncomfortable, but it's like the ring cycle on the wash machine. We're just rinsing out all that old water, and it's going to feel good. Spirit's grateful that I shared that message, because yes, I want to make sure that no one is getting too ahead on themselves. It is important to embrace these energies moment by moment. That is truly how you take all of the potential from them. So our root chakra is at the Fool card. So it went through the world. And go and watch a video of the journey of the Fool through the tarot deck right now. I was going to post a video in the link, because actually I will. I'll post a link in the description box of one I found, because it should have so many more views. It's absolutely glorious. She's put so much work into it, and she does such a great job, and it's going to make you feel so good. Get yourself some tarot cards if you'd like. Shuffle them. See which ones fly out. That's the easiest way. And then you can start to see what the universe is trying to show you. So our root chakra has from the world back to the Fool, so all the way back to the beginning. Our sacral chakra right now is from the Wheel to Justice. So it's in the middle of its journey. So the Wheel of Fortune. So it's really it's decided its fortune, and many of you might have just like fully like locked in on a new idea, and you're like, no, this is it. I'm devoting myself to this. I'm committed to this, whether that be in a relationship or a career or whatever. I feel that's happening for many people. You're like, no, I'm focused on this. This is it. And you're being really direct with the universe. And that's really important to do, because you have to say, universe, I want this. The universe loves giving you options. But if you keep getting tempted by these old options that are kind of like what you don't want, you're going to get distracted. So you say, no, I want this door. So the universe closes those doors, and it makes this door bigger. And you go through that door, and it gives you new doors. So it is important to be direct with the universe. No, universe, I'm done with that. That's old. I want this. and you be very specific and come from a centered point of view, you're going to open new doors. And you walk through that door, they're going to give you more and more and more. That's how it works. It's not luck. It's not greed. We are really remembering the energy. I like to do this exercise specifically within the heart chakra. In the last year, we've worked on the energy of greed. And what amount of money could I write to you right now? Where is the line where greed kicks in? Is it $20? Is it $10,000? Is it $100,000? Is it $3 million? Where is your line? Where's your boundary where greed kicks in? That is where you are limited to. You must realize that is a limited belief, or that is just how expanded you are right now, and just utilize that, and that will allow you to acquire more. That you can figure out through meditation. Probably I'd like to do a video about greed in general, because I know everyone always wants to create more abundance, and we have such a limited belief around money. We think that we don't deserve it. And we've been working so hard on the energies of deserve and self-worth lately that we are being more capable of acquiring the abundance that we rightfully deserve and are worthy of. And the root chakra is going, like I said, from the world to the Fool. Sacral Chakra from the Wheel to Justice. And Solar Plexus is going from Strength to Hermit. So that's huge. So this is optimal time. The Solar Plexus in the Strength card is literally its card. That ball of yellow light is the energy of the universe. Is like, what do you want? Choose what you want and we will give it to you. A power exercise is, being in that energy. So you don't know what you want. That's okay. You can tell the universe, I don't know what I want, and be bold about that. And they might help you direct yourself and just embrace that you don't know. Or they might, another exercise is, okay, what do I want? If I had if I had, $10 million, I had all the time in the world, what would I want? Really, the universe is like, what do you want? Why do you keep limiting yourself to like this? If everything was possible, which it is, and you're remembering that, what do you want? Okay, sit down and be there. Okay, I just won $10 million. What am I going to do with it? How do I feel right now? I just won it. How do I feel? What's my next step? Bring that energy in, ground it, see it trigger the fear of greed. Oh, I can't. I need to share this with everyone. Yes, you will share it. But if you say it like that, you're coming from an imbalance because you feel unworthy of money, unworthy of abundance. So you feel you need to share it around, so you have to avoid being greedy. That's an imbalance, right? You are worthy, and you know, listen to my energy. You will share this abundance with whom is in alignment with you. You know that. You don't have to entertain those ideas with your angel and your devil. You know that. Don't let your mind get away from you on that thought. And go and sit with these energies and ground them in, because they are so powerful. This door is open, and it's going to accelerate through the 22222 portal on the 22nd of February. If you're watching this some other time, just know that there might be a portal close to you, and that this message is meant for you in some way. All right, yes. So Spirit's kind of showing me that my intentions here, I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to manifest once I started to do YouTube videos more frequently, as I really worked with my commitment issues literally, and my abilities to persevere, and my longevity and willpower, and all those coming together to really put drive into something. But I feel that, this is going to be kind of like a news channel for energy. So if you're feeling something, definitely come and check in with me. Leave me a comment about what you're feeling, and, we can go into it, even if we need to branch off and kind of take us, a breather and kind of look at reflect on what's happened last week or something. Let me know. I'm working on getting some better audio and stuff like that. And yeah, awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Your support and your presence here is so appreciated. I look forward to our next video. I hope to post at least 3 videos a day, or a week, but I'm hoping to do Monday to Friday every day, because every day there are energies that we need to address. Like I said, I'm catching them in real time, so by the time I post this video, it might be right when you are experiencing them with or moving into them. So I'd be curious, how these energies are resonating with you, where you're feeling that they are, and we're gonna go in eventually here into more how they could be manifesting on a more minor level for you, the minor arcana on a more surface level for you, specifically as my audience grows here on YouTube. All right, thank you so much. You can join me on Patreon if you'd like. I'll post a link in the comment or the description box. Otherwise, thank you, and we will see you soon. Namaste.